So as you probably know by now, Sony announced the PS4 Pro, an upgrade in the graphical capabilities of the PS4. The PS4 Pro has been brought to us with the promise of 4K HDR gaming. But what exactly does that mean? Well, 4K to begin with is a resolution, with 720p being the base for high definition resolutions, moving on to 1080p, then up to 4K. 4K gaming has been exclusive to high-end PC gamers for a while now, as long as you could afford it. PC gamers have been happily gaming at 4K resolution with a stable 30 to 60 FPS depending on what kind of cash you are willing to drop. High dynamic range, or HDR, has been around since about the 19th century. HDR is a technology that creates a deeper, more realistic picture by dramatically expanding how bright and dark your TV can get. Essentially, it equips your TV to better display colors more naturally and keep them clear and vibrant. With all these additions to the PS4 architecture, it sounds pretty rad. But is the PS4 Pro going to deliver us 4K console gaming right now? The PS4 Pro has the most powerful graphics card on any console to date, and it's 2 times faster than the standard PS4. It also achieves a higher clock speed using the same CPU as the standard PS4. In an interview with Engadget, Peter Weiss, Senior Vice President of Production and Development at Warner Bros. Interactive, stated that there are 2 optimized rendering options available for PS4 Pro developers. A resolution mode lets them lock games into a resolution beyond 1080p, and a quality mode which dynamically scales the resolution depending on how the game is performing. Weiss went on to say that gamers can expect resolutions that are up to 90% close to 4K in that mode. So will the PS4 hit the coveted 4K 60 FPS mark? More than likely, no. That said, you may see a steady 60 FPS at 1080p. The next question is of TV hardware. To see the PS4 Pro's 4K and HDR visuals, you're gonna need the right TV. HDR is a great piece of technology. Developers and creators love it. Photos and video look super slick and vibrant, and I would love to see that in the games I play. But I would need to drop around 1,000 Australian dollars to have an HDR ready TV. This $1,000 on top of an already $500 console is tough to swallow. I do love what this power means for console gamers. Developers can create games that run at a steady 60 FPS at 1080p. Some of these specs are being met by smart devs putting gameplay and design in front of graphical fidelity. Devs want consumers to play the very best version of their game, to see their vision played by the most people in the best way possible. The console itself doesn't make a great game. It's the people behind the game that make it great. We need more developers focused on making games with great gameplay, engaging stories, and immersive worlds. As gamers, let's focus on what we really need in the next generation of games. I think Colin Moriarty from Kinda Funny said it best.
I think we make way too much about power in the gaming industry. It's starting to annoy me now, you know? Why do we, games are so imperfect from a mechanical standpoint many times. The games are so imperfect from storytelling standpoints. Games are so imperfect from design standpoints. And all we talk about is making excuses by give them more power. Give them more power so we can make it prettier. Make the frame rate better. It's like, dude, we're getting the same fucking games we got 2 generations ago. Your new machine's not going to fix the fucking fundamental problem of video games, you know, which is we might be at really out of a lot of ideas, and maybe the power excuse is getting a little old. I don't understand this. More power, better graphics, that doesn't make a game good.
What's stopping you from rolling it or standing above and just dropping it?
Right.
A Pokeball on a thing. So when you throw a Pokeball, does it actually have to impact and change direction for it to be considered a hit?